Hello, I just purchased a 1999 Suzuki Wagon R. This is the highest trim level that you can get of a Wagon R. It's called the RR, which is the sport model, because it has trim right here. It's got ground effects package. It's got fog lights in the front here. It's got a chrome grille right here. Turbo, of course. I used to have a 1998 Suzuki Wagon R, and it was also the sport model called an RS. This one is one year and one body style newer. They changed the body style in somewhere around October of 1998, and this one's a 99 model. My last one was a pre-October 98 Generation 1. I really like this round body style a lot. I liked both of them, to be honest with you, but I think this one's a little bit snappier. This one came from a dealership in Japan. I didn't get it from an auction. And the dealership didn't do a very good job of advertising all the custom parts it has, but when I looked at the photos, it had a lot of stuff. It's lowered on coilovers. The dealership didn't tell me that, but I could tell it was lowered. It has custom wheels. Those are not stock wheels. They're 6 inches wide. I think the original wheels probably were 4.5, 4, or maybe 5, but definitely not 6. So these are 6s. They're 14-inch wheels. They're not 13s or 12s or anything like that. So I got tires. I got some new tires put on it after. There's a lot of cool things about this. Not only is it the RR model, but it's also a limited edition. And the only thing I can find out about the limited edition that the other ones don't have is, here's the badging. It's got power mirrors. Also, my mirrors say Suzuki Sport on them right here, so I think it might have a mirror cover over the actual mirror, but there's a button in there that folds the mirrors in, which is pretty funny because in America you don't need anything like that. This one has the 3-cylinder turbo K6A engine, which I'll pop the hood in a minute. Let's go ahead and do it now, actually. .660 cc's or 658 cc's. It's got another aftermarket strut tower bar there that goes to the tower where the coilovers are mounted. It's got a ground wire kit, which I need to de-rustify just a little bit. It's got a rattle can air filter. It has a blow-off valve right here. Every time you let off the gas, it makes the swoosh sound, which is cool. Even though it's not that fast, at least it gives you the impression of driving fast. Well, it is kind of fast, but it's really not fast compared to any other Japanese car you could get or American car. Just good enough to get around with traffic. There's not a lot of extra things going on here under the hood, but this should be a reliable engine. My last Suzuki Wagon R had the exact same engine, and the Suzuki Cappuccino that I used to own had a very similar engine, which was the F6A. The K6A, which this one has a timing chain. The K6A had a timing belt, and because the Cappuccino is a rear-wheel drive, it was mounted like vertically, and this one's mounted horizontally. Let's take a tour of the inside real quick. It has custom audio components. There is a Pioneer Carrozzeria speaker system right here with a tweeter and Pioneer speaker. Also got one on that side. I put the shift knob on. Shift knob was only like $12 or $13. Somebody stole my shift knob at the port, but the one that was on there looked like that. It was just a different color. I put an American stereo in it because the stereo that came with it, the CD player didn't work, the tape player didn't work, and the FM radio, of course, doesn't really get any stations because they use different frequencies in Japan. It has a digital climate control system here instead of just knobs, which is kind of cool. Up here, there was a few screw holes in the dash, so in order to mount my phone holder, I made a template and I reused 2 screw holes that were already in the dash because I wouldn't dare screw any more holes into this plastic dash. That's not my style, and I didn't like them, so I just used it to cover up the existing screw holes. I think the last owner maybe had a tack or a boost gauge or something here because we got 2 more holes, but those are the only 4 holes in the dash, so at least I reused 2 of them. It's a 5-speed, of course, so we got pedal covers down here. It says there's sports pedals. I got my shift knob to match the existing pedal covers. Another weird thing, it's got these door latch covers that say Suzuki on it. How about that? Who would even think to do that? I like it. That's a nice touch. Somebody was locked in with their customizing. Whoever owned this in Japan took really good care of it. The interior's in great shape. The upholstery's good. Now here's something that's really cool. I've got a sound bar up here. Let me see if I can get a better angle. Okay, so it came with this roof-mounted sound bar, and it actually says Suzuki on it. So I think maybe someone may have ordered this out of a Suzuki catalog. I don't know for sure, but most likely they did. And it says 3D concept on the top. 2-way 4 speakers with super woofer is what it says. And the subwoofer there does play when you turn the stereo on. However, I don't know if it's powered subwoofer or if it's just using regular old speaker wires going from the stereo or not. I don't think it's powered, but it's not super loud, but it does work. So these seats obviously can fold flat to give you lots of cargo area back here. Here's the back of it. We got the RR logo. It has tinted windows, 3, 4, 5 tinted windows. The windows and the driver and passenger in the front are not tinted. The rest are, which I like that style. These seats again can lounge back all the way back, or they can just go up to normal level, or they can go a little bit farther up like that. I just kind of leave them like this. So you can get it. This is very practical because you can lay these seats down and put whatever you want in here, groceries, tools, whatever, golf clubs, you got it. You can do it. On the back of this, it says Superi, and I'm not sure if that's the brand or not. I don't think it is. Maybe that's just a different sticker. Yeah, it probably is. So, it has a really great sounding exhaust, which I could start up for you here, but we'll do a driving video later. So very happy to have this car. If anybody has questions about it or wants to talk about theirs, I'd love to communicate with other Wagon R owners. Here we go from this side. All right, let me know what you think.